Welcome to your daily focus for December the 9th, 2020. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. You rock. You know you rock, okay? Thank you truly. So we have the 9 energy today. The 9 energy is a beautiful energy to have during our lunar eclipse because it is truly about endings, completion, moving forward, moving past things, leaving things in the past, to prepare the soil, so to speak, to plant the seeds for our new dreams, our desires, our ambitions, our wants. If we do the numerology of the day, it is a 16. Awakenings. We get those aha moments, those epiphanies of where we need to change life in some way, where we need to apply ourselves differently, where the imbalance may lie. And 1 plus 6, it's also, the Tower card, but I'm not really getting that. I'm getting that more of, things may happen today that blatantly show you perhaps where life isn't measuring up, where you need to apply your focus or attention in order to bring it into what you want it to look like, what you want to create, transform, invent. 1 plus 6 is a 7, standing in our truth. Absolutely. It's also about bringing in a harmony and creating a harmony, and that starts with your truth. Sun is in Sagittarius, and Moon is in Libra, I believe. Oh, and we have a square today. We have a square happening between the Sun and Neptune. So, Sun and Neptune squaring, there's a sense of laziness about us, or it's really hard to get inspired. Dylan, indoor voice. They're playing for a bone. Get inspired, get motivated, really want to do something. It's also about looking at your life and understanding where in our life we're not really seeing the reality of it, or we're starting to see the reality of it, or how we need to change it, or maybe walk away from it, or maybe walk towards it. So we can get that clarity, we can get that understanding today, so long as we're not trying to... I think it's really hard to get motivated today into something creative, but it's a beautiful time to understand what is holding you back from actually taking it to the next level and beyond. Let's see what the cards have to say. Look at this. We start with the Fool. When we start our journey, we carry very little with us, just really what we need in order to take the next step. We'll worry about food and clothing and money on the way. We dance. We find the joy in life. We appreciate the moment. It's got to be a breathtaking view from the peak of the mountain that he's on. So this is really about new beginnings, new starts, new goals, new successes to be had, and really defining them or preparing the soil for them to plant those seeds. We have a solar eclipse on the way. And that energy will carry us through until, I think it's March 26th, or May 26th, pardon me, not March, May 26th, where we'll have a lunar eclipse. And solar eclipses are intense new beginnings, new starts, new journeys, new adventures, new relationships, new ways of being, doing, thinking. So the Fool is there. Maybe we need to consider what we truly do need to go forward with. Maybe we're carrying a lot of extra baggage that we really didn't realize was extra baggage. You always pick up the coffee for everybody on the way to work. You've got the card. So you start your day a half an hour earlier than anybody else needs to in order to do that for everybody. Maybe it's somebody else's turn so that you can use that half hour to meditate for 5 minutes or to work out for 10 minutes or to sleep in for 15 minutes or to actually sit down and have a breakfast and a cup of coffee instead of spending the money on one. Look at this. Wow. Talk about powerful, knock it out of the park energy. Next to the Fool, we have the Magician. When the Magician appears, your wish will be granted. So if you think, oh, I'd love some extra money. I need money. I'd love money. I want to find money. I want to get money. And you walk out on the sidewalk and you find a coin, your wish has been granted. So don't be too flippant with it. On the other hand, don't put on blinders of, I've got to have it this way or no way. Now, the Magician will ask you to work for it. The Magician will hand you certain things in order to enable you to go to the, but you have to take a risk on yourself. You have to believe that you are deserving of the things that you are asking for. And so maybe that's a little bit of the 9 energy today in cultivating that soil in order to plant the seeds. Of where do you feel less than, or where do you dummy yourself down in order to fit in or to make somebody else feel grandiose. And sometimes we do that. We do that with our kids. We take a step back so that they can shine for, and that's a good way of doing it, okay? That's a healthy way of doing it. But how often do we do that in our day-to-day routines when the boss asks a question and, that person's going to answer it and they're going to have the right answer and the boss already likes them, so they might as well just answer. And when you have the better answer, if you just say it aloud, it's taking a risk on yourself and believing in yourself. And be more of the emperor, because it's a very grounded energy today. In many ways, also, it's very up in the sky because we have Neptune involved. Finding that balance in between the two may be incredibly hard today. But the Magician is here to grant you your wish, your desire, your want. But know that there are strings attached. That he'll only give you enough so that you can do the work on your own, that you can learn the lessons, that you can stand in your own strength, that you can realize your inner talents, your talents, your abilities, your inner magic. Dare we look to see what the next card is? Look at that, the King of Cups. King of Cups is the, making the list, making sure that you're going to be okay, making sure that you're not taking unnecessary risks in order to get to where you want to go, that you've thought it out. I kind of think of him as the dad, right? You're ready to leave home, or, you're in your late teens and you think you're all grown up and you want to be treated like an adult. And so you're going out and, dad's asking you, who are you going out with tonight? Where are you going? You going to be out all night? Where are you staying? A nice a group of people? Do you have enough money? How's the job going? You thinking of going back to school this year? Dad asks you to look at all the variables. Dad asks you to make sure that you have somewhat of a plan, even if it's a very broad outline. And to make sure that you are staying in check of people respecting you, valuing you. Let's get a mantra for the day. So it's very beautiful energy to look towards your tomorrow, to plan, to cultivate that soil. I don't think that, getting motivated on a major task or anything might be, begrudgingly you could do it, but do you want to? Starting on a new painting today or something, you just won't feel the inspiration. You won't feel inspired like you can on so many other days. So dream a little bit. And I think we're very grounded in our dreaming today because the sun is squaring Neptune. I think we see realities and what we can do and what we cannot do and how to work with it. What do we really need? The Fool asked us at the beginning of the reading. What do we really need in order to take that next step? Do we need all that we are carrying with us? What can stay in the past? What can be picked up later? What needs completion? What needs focus and attention? Memories, cherished memories of loved ones. Cherished memories of loved ones. You know, I would have been here so much earlier, but it was my son's partner's birthday today. So we wanted to phone and say a quick happy birthday. But we haven't seen each other in so long because it's the year 2020. Nobody has. And, they were in a very safe area where it was like 0 cases, and then 2 people got it, and then 60 people got it, and now they are, going towards the lockdowns. But it was so nice to talk to them. And it was so nice to hear their voices. And to just talk about, what it's like, what life is like now, how much we miss each other, what our plans are for Christmas. And, thinking, yes, of the memories that we've had. This is my first year in 30 years where my kids won't be sitting in my living room Christmas morning. So I'm definitely struggling through it. So it's about having those memories and figuring out, we'll do a Zoom present opening, and hopefully all of our presents will arrive on time. And, so it's about memories and thinking about those wonderful, cherished memories of any year but 2020, and seeing how you can make 2020 the best it can be under the circumstances, and knowing that you'll have many opportunities to make memories going forward, God willing. Let's see what our mantra is today. So maybe this is the year, send Christmas cards to everybody, because you're not going to see them like we do during the holiday seasons, going to dinners and parties, and none of that is, at least where I am in existence. Maybe you are one of the lucky few, and, so have one for all of us that can't. The meaning of the card is more of, losing somebody dear to you, them crossing over. Know that they are safe. Know that they're in a happy place. Know that they are looking down at you. Know that they are standing by your side most times. Know that they are communicating with you. I see a dime, I know it's my dad, or a bluebird. I see a peregrine hawk, and I know it's Bonnie. So, that was her favorite, of all the animals and creatures on the planet. I think that was her favorite. So, and I see more and more of them all the time, and they are supposed to be a rarer bird where I live. So, cherish memories. Know that. And talk to them. I know it's not the same. I talk to my dad all the time. And it's not the same. You can't look them in the eye. You can't hear their laughter. You can't hug them. But they can hear you. And they will hear it when you say, I love you. Or have that conversation with them that you never had. It's okay that you missed it at the time of their passing. You can have the conversation now. They will hear you. And maybe, if you're sitting quiet enough, and the energy is right, you'll get the response. So, the mantra is, my loved ones are well cared for in heaven. Now, the people in your life that you worry so much about, to relieve some of the stress, this is just a little handy Tilly's little tiny hints. Tilly's hints. Um, think of the person that you are thinking about, that you're worried about. It might be a child in another town or country, or somebody close to you that is, they're isolated now, and you worry about them just because you can't really see them. And just send them this beautiful white light. Send them angels. Ask God to protect them. Send them love. It's quite often they feel it. Quite often they get that spark of thinking about you at the same time. And send them protection and send them love. And it does work. Okay. Prayer is powerful, so ask that they're protected, that they're well. Okay, let's see what our animals are going to tell us today. Look at this. Rejoice with the cardinals. Rejoice. I haven't seen a cardinal in a very long time now that the cardinal card has come out, and they're usually around here all year. They moved me during COVID. So, my job. So I used to see cardinals all the time. Cardinals and blue jays, but now that I'm taking this route, I'm seeing hawks and deer and wild turkeys and Canadian geese by hundreds of them at a time. Rejoice, strength, confidence, red, and joy. In the sight of the blue skies, if the sight of the blue skies fills you with joy, if the simplest things of nature have a message that you understand, rejoice. For your soul is alive. Cardinal wants you to know that you need to rejoice. Do not feel sorrowful. You must spend extra time and energy to secure your own happiness and the relationships around you, including with yourself and your higher self. It's a time for you to add color to your life, which could involve your wardrobe, your surroundings, or by adding higher energy people into your life. There may be a person on the other side who's trying to contact you. We were just talking about that. They would have a strong faith base. Cardinals are named for the cardinals of the Roman Catholic Church, so this person on the other side would have been a faithful and loving parent, partner, friend. The song of the cardinal is sweet, strong, and clear. It demands attention, as do their brilliant red feathers. Rejoicing isn't about ego. It's about your self-confidence. Spend some time in nature. Fill your soul with simple things. Your life has been chaotic, and you've forgotten how to see the beauty around you. So, very much like the Fool energy, we want to keep it simple going forward. The more weight that more burden we can push off of our plates, the freer we will be to put the focus on the things that we really want to be successful in going forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.